fuck is this world?
I was over at Adrian's playing chess, and he pointed out we were talking about the cultural appropriation of braids. Have you seen this? You know, the braids where then
I've seen it heaps.
You know, then it's the Vikings, whatever. And I said, yeah, it's the Vikings. But then he's like, no.
Look at the Dutch braid. I get it. Yep. That's the usual.
But he said it's actually basically the Egyptians. You know, it's been in Middle East and
Cleopatra had fucking braids all through her sash.
Yeah, so that was before then anyway.
I've seen some computer modelling of what Cleopatra would have looked like. I think it was obviously bullshit because she was super white. She looked a little bit like Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, bullshit. But I did this little video on it because, you know, he made a good point.
Sad.
And he actually changed my mind on it because, anyway, play this.
Yeah.
Is dedicated to my mate Adrian, who set the record straight for me last night and made me really think about it because we were talking about braids and the history and the cultural appropriation of that hairstyle, braids, and it sort of came up. And, you know, like the people of a certain color, they're basically saying that white people can't do the braids. But then I said, yeah, well, that's wrong because, you know, the Vikings had it, you know, years and years before. And I've just taken that as gospel because I'm just watching the videos. I'm like, yeah, that's right. But he had a really good point because braids have been around fucking longer and before that. And I looked it up. So apparently it's there were cave paintings and there are actually mummified skulls with braids from ancient Egyptians 3000 BC. So, and who knows what fucking color they were? Were they yellow, brown, whatever? Sort of going off on a tangent here. We're going to fucking... but the real crux of it is, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about hair?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm going to appropriate this hairstyle.
The thumb hairdo.
Nobody else can have this hairstyle but me. It's the Tom hairstyle. So if I see anyone out there, I'm going to fucking call them out for fucking having the same hairstyle as me. But yeah, it actually, big light bulb went, why the fuck are people fighting about hair? Oh, that's my hair. That's my culture. What the fuck? Get over it. TF.
It's, you know what it is? It's just a point score for the victim Olympics. It's not real. No one gives it. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
So I think it's a load of shit if someone's got your like a hairstyle that you think you invented and you're going to carry on like a fucking pork chop about it. And fuck off.
But do you think it just ended there? Because I thought, I'm just going to do this fun little video, like nothing's going to, mate, it blew up like a hornet's nest. I didn't realise I would offend so many people over it.
Oh, you're so offensive.
I'm going to read it out, the comment. I'm not going to put it up because I'm looking at name and shame. It's their opinion anyway, so I've got no problem with that. But it's like, I can't believe we're arguing about this. So I'm probably wasting my breath here, but if you want to know what the big fucking deal is, there are many, but perhaps the one that is probably easiest to understand is this. Enslaved Africans.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm already over it. Yeah, go.
Enslaved Africans used braids to preserve a sense of cultural identity in the face of forced
So fucking what? So what, now we're not allowed to use them?
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. No, we were slaves. Well, here's the deal. Did you ever fucking yell at your own ancestors that sold you?
Yeah.
Did you do braids with them?
That's the point.
Because like, fuck off. I'm so over the whole slavery thing. You know who died? Like, fucking hundreds of thousands of people died to get rid of slavery. White people died to abolish slavery. They fucking fought with muskets and died to stop it. I didn't see any other countries jumping in. You know, I didn't see the Africans fighting, and I think that's why they've got a chip on their shoulder.
Because selling them.
Well, here's the thing. I think that's why they've all got a big chip on their shoulder about this whole slavery thing, because, man, it's time to fucking get over it. But they were saved from it. They didn't save themselves. They didn't escape from it. They didn't get together and have a revolution and say, fuck this, down with Whitey, we're not being slaves anymore. We did it. We freed them all and said, there you go. And now they're like, They don't get pissy at the people that sold them.
I still haven't finished reading this, by the way.
Oh, let's go.
Enslaved Africans used braids to preserve a sense of cultural identity in the face of forced assimilation. In some cases, cornrows were used as a form of resistance. Maps and escape routes were braided into hair, and seeds were hidden in braids to carry food for survival. This is just one of many reasons why braids have huge cultural relevance to many people of colour. All right. So, but I've got to read this other one.
Go. Because that sounded like just a copy paste from chat.
Could be.
It was.
But so anyway, so this is the next one. So 2 grown men sat around talking about hair. Lovely. Cornrows, the braid. So that's me and Adrian.
She doesn't realise that Adrian's black.
That's the other thing, isn't it?
Stupid bitch. Adrian is one of my. He's easily in my top 10 or even 5 of best mates that I have, and he's so fucking down to earth and awesome, man. And he's always I remember meeting him with braids. He's had dreads. He's from the Seychelles. He's full black.
Do you remember when
dumbasses? I
don't know if you were there when I was having an argument about homosexuality or trans being a trans, or the whole trans shit. And one of my mates got involved in it, and the girl in it basically said, that was we were arguing with, she said, "Oh, it sounds like you're homophobic, Kyle. Maybe that's because you're a closet gay." And I'm like, he's not a closet gay. He's a full-blown gay, and he's proud of it. So it just backfired on her. And then I got the usual thing, I feel scared now for my safety. I'm like, what? You're the one who started this. Like, you're the one. Anyway, let's go back to this. So 2 grown men sat around talking about hair. Lovely. Cornrows, the braids you are suggesting here, are a representation of cultural preservation due to the cruelty of owning black slaves. I don't even know. How does that make sense?
No.
Cornrows, what?
You know what cornrows are for? It's because it's a really easy way to maintain that fucked up frizzy hair. Like that's really hard, and especially if you, like, back in the slave days, I doubt that they were able to have showers and use combs and were given much. Honestly, it would have been shit. It would have been a shit time to be alive.
At least I hold that thought, because I'm going to play.
So they would do cornrows because it was a way to maintain your hair so that it didn't turn into just a fucking nightmare. Yeah,
it gave the abused slaves some sense of their own home and culture. It's all they had for themselves. Like, Vikings, Celts, and other cultures were known for completely different styles of plaits, braids, and up styles for men as a form of celebration and special occasions. So the Vikings and the Celts were a bunch of happy people. Apparently,
is this still the same comment from the person who said a couple of guys sitting around talking about braids, and then they go on to write 3 paragraphs about braids?
Yeah. If you are going to sit around talking about hair on a Saturday night, it wasn't a Saturday night, get your facts right. It was actually a Thursday night. Know your history with it. Know your history with it. And then she goes, hilarious, 2 emojis. So, but I just I did reply. I go, so it was okay for them to steal it from the Egyptians? I think the Egyptians should ask for reparations.
You're such a smart.
She goes, oh my God, Tom, remember laughing at a piss take joke? Why the heck did you decide to waste your time and energy on this is beyond me? Well, it's pretty ironic, isn't it? But you do. P.S. I made no opinion about my thoughts on this, but she just did. I made a joke about two blokes that's discussing hair and the facts.
The facts.
Yeah. The real question is, what in flying heck are you so angry about? Do I look angry in that? I'm angry about a lot of other things.
Tom, can you calm down, mate? You're out of control.
I think she's just getting angry because I'm just making this video.
Stop for a sec, man. I need a breath.
Of Braids.
You gonna remember that video I showed of those two Middle Eastern dudes arguing over the computer, and one of them pulls off starts punching his computer, and the other one starts punching his computer, and they just having a punch on through their computer.
So I was copying it from a whole lot of other people as well. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, it's just a funny little video. I'm like, so instead of just answering everyone, it was getting too much. I decided to do a fucking follow-up video.
Oh, yes. Here we go. You're a bad man.
Okay, here's my little follow-up on, which I didn't expect to do, but then again, so it's a follow-up on the cultural appropriation of braids. And I didn't expect to do it, but we are living in an era where people believe that men can have babies, which guess what? They can't. It's biologically fucking impossible. So anyway, just to explain my cultural appropriation of braids, which I've been copying backlash because apparently I don't know my history. Because it's part of the African enslavement culture and therefore very, very important. And even though I pointed out that the ancient Egyptians had braids back then, and it's like, well, the braids that the African slaves were using, that is just unique to them because it's just so different. And then I'm like, you don't know your history. Yeah, I do know my history because do you want to point out that the people that were selling the black slaves to the white people were black in Africa? I love how people just continuously leave that part out. And they had the biggest slave fucking market going.
Yep.
And you know what? You're just fucking these do-gooders that do my head in. You know what you should be focusing on instead of the past with the fucking what happened in the fucking 1800s with the slaves in America? How about you should focus on that the slave trade is bigger now than at any other fucking time. And I love how the lefties were trying to cancel The Sound of Freedom, which is about a guy who fucking tracks pedophiles and breaks a pedophile ring in real life based on a real life situation. And you were trying to cancel that. And fucking YouTube took me down for talking about a fucking film that focused on the slave sex trade. Fucking took me down because I said it's an important fucking film. Got taken down for that. But now it's like, oh, you don't know your history. Yeah, I fucking do. And then the other one is, well, you know, it was important for them because those braids were actually secret code for maps. It's a fucking legend. It is a fucking legend. That does not show me the fucking secret code that you fucking had to decode the hair on the person's head. So here's the other thing. This is just fucking critical thinking on my part. I haven't fucking even looked it up. So you're telling me a guy has got a map on his head so a person can escape. Well, hasn't he already escaped then? Or does he need to go back to the white plantation and then show everyone the fucking map on his head so everyone else can escape?
Imagine making a
Doesn't
map
make any
with
fucking
corners.
sense. How are you going to see the fucking map on his head? The guy's already escaped if he fucking has a map. So he doesn't fucking, I'll fucking smuggle it in a fucking watermelon or fucking some cotton back to the fucking slaves that are still enslaved. No, he goes back and goes, read the map on my fucking head. And what? The slave owner is not going to catch on? Oh, that guy's got a map on his fucking head. Oh, but yeah, sorry. It's secret code. Are you guys fucking all right? Well, you're not because you're left, but that is just fucking retarded. What the fuck?
Imagine that. Imagine having
My name needs no introduction.
Imagine having a map on your head, but while you were escaping, you had to keep pulling up and checking the map. And you're like, oh, fuck, I took the wrong cornrow. I've got to go back, take second left. And the missus is in the side and she can't read the map at all. She's trying to, but she can't get it. So you've got to keep pulling over halfway through escaping and ask for directions. But the husband won't ask for directions either. And instead of a Melways, it'd be called like a Blackways.
But that's what I started thinking when, like, because I did some research on it, and apparently it's basically it's been told over the ages, but it's an urban myth, but it can't be proven. And the thing is, how are they going to prove that it was a map? Like, there's no fucking code or anything that can be deciphered to use.
No, it's just bullshit, Buzz.
When I started thinking about it, why would you have a map, an escape route on your head? How is that going to be handed down? Like, so they know where watering holes is, but someone's already there. Like, someone must have already. It just doesn't make sense.
What are you escaping?
I ranted on. It doesn't make any sense.
But you got to think too, right? Like, I've now got this picture in my head of like people trying to escape cotton fields or something, and it's some big maze. It's just a field with a fence, and you jump the fence and run. The only thing you need to really know is which way's like a civilization. You don't need a map to get away, dude. What they didn't have was anywhere to go, because if you got away, other people would be like, hey, why is that slave running? Like, no matter how far you got, someone would just take you back or take you as their own. Like, because it wasn't.
I didn't think of.
Normal.
Like, how do you know if you're escaping with the guy who's got the map on his head? How do you know which way is north and which way is south? Like, how do you know which direction you're going?
Because of the shadow cast, the sundial shadow off the lips.